What's up, motherfucking bitches? We're back for another fantastic video. If you're wondering why I'm so fucking hyped, I just won $1,200 on a bet. That's why I fucking did it. I was actually talking to my friend before the video here, Evan, and I was like, hey man, I'm really scared, not to like burst your bubble or anything, but I had a $300 bet down on a little parlay, and I have no idea if Auburn won. They were down 17 at the half. I saw that they got to overtime, though. They tied it up by the end of the game, but I have no fucking clue. Me knowing this little son of a bitch, he was like, hey, he's like, how about you check? The game's over. So I fucking looked. I won $1,200. I feel much better about myself. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted you guys to know why I'm so excited. But here we go, guys. We're going to do a little something special here for this video. You guessed it. 2019 NFL Draft. Fuck it. We're turning on its fucking head, guys. We're doing a redraft. Let's get this shit on. Fuck yeah, let's go. All right, guys, couple rules before this redraft. This is how we're going to do it. We are going to do the redraft in the form of no trades. We're going to keep it as the teams if they had just kept their picks normally. And all of the teams know these players. They know how they're going to pan out for this year alone, and they just know what's going to happen throughout this season. They know, so say like for Big Ben, for instance, they're going to know he's going to get hurt. They're going to know things like that, and that's how this redraft is going to work. They won't know anything more than the future. That is all. So without further ado, guys, here we go. We're going to start off the 2019 NFL redraft here with number one. It's a shocker, Kyler Murray. That's right, guys. I know, it's not a shock at all. He was the number one overall pick, but I feel like it's pretty easy. I think this guy's going to be a star, and I think Arizona, especially with Cliff Kingsbury, are extremely happy with their pick. They liked what they saw from him this year, and they're going to get an even better star going forward, and I think he's going to be an all-pro, possibly an MVP in the future. So keep that the same. Guys, I'm really boring because with the second pick, it's Nick Bosa. That's right, guys. Another fucking star. Same pick that he went to here in San Fran. For God's sakes, they picked him, they go to the Super Bowl. He has been an absolute monster all season long, and he's continued to be a monster all throughout his career. He might be better than Joey. I think he is. And I don't think they would trade out of that pick or do anything different with that pick because Nick Bosa has been a star for him. We're going to start getting a little crazy here, guys. New York Jets, third overall pick. My boy in the Kentucky Blue, Josh Allen. That's right. That fucking monster. Guys, these last two guys, Nick Bosa, Josh Allen, there was also one other guy that we'll get to later on, were the only two rookies to go to the Pro Bowl. That is Nick Bosa, Josh Allen. Josh Allen was an absolute monster this year for Jacksonville. And clearly, if New York could get this pick over again, they would take him over Quinnen Williams because Josh Allen had over 10 sacks. He was a monster from Kentucky. I could have told you that because Josh Allen, I mean, he's from Kentucky. What else do you want? But easily, they go Josh Allen here and get a star on the edge. With the fourth pick, the man that I love and now can call my own man, not in a gay way, Devin Bush. That's right. Middle linebacker, Michigan. A fucking stud muffin. A fucking star. And John Gruden would love to have Devin Bush here, guys, to lead the middle of his defense. Get a little change because with their fourth pick this last year, who the fuck was it again, Evan? I don't even remember, to be honest. Ooh. Cleveland Farrell, that's why. It was Cleveland Farrell. Who the fuck knows that guy anymore? That's right. Get Devin Bush instead. You have got yourselves a middle linebacker of the future and a leader of your defense for years to come. With the fifth pick, it's Josh Jacobs. That's right, guys. That's right. No Devin White this time. Tampa Bay, the team that you always seem to never know their actual starting running back because who the fuck cares about running backs in Tampa Bay? They do now because they take Josh Jacobs with the fifth overall pick and finally have a running back of the future, and that's what they finally want with Bruce Arians. Maybe Jameis doesn't throw 30 interceptions if they had him this time. Get a little dump-offs to him, do a little crazy things. Probably wouldn't get as many interceptions, though. With the sixth pick, we're going with, it's a shocker, guys. Just kidding. No change. Danny Dimes, New York Giants. That's right. Gettleman is probably like, yeah, baby, let's keep it the way it is. That's right. Dave Gettleman is a fat fuck, and he likes to stick to his ways, and he's very happy, not so much F-bombs. Sorry, Evan. I was given a message. Anyways, Danny Dimes, guys, is the sixth pick. It doesn't change. It doesn't get crazy. Also, this hat's fucking huge on me. Sorry, Evan. Or small on me. Sorry. It hurts like hell. But it has autographs of the Lions. Doesn't really matter. Calvin Johnson's right here, though, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, with the seventh pick, Jacksonville Jaguars select Devin White, the second best Devin of this class, folks, and I will fight everyone on that. Devin Bush is better, but that's not here nor there right now. Devin White, though, with that seventh pick, was still an amazing linebacker. Jacksonville still get an amazing linebacker on their team. It's not Josh Allen, doesn't drop like that, but they still get an awesome football player in Devin White. With the eighth pick, what the Lions probably should have done with that eighth pick, they select Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, who is on Buffalo and was a star this year. Will not go to Detroit instead of TJ Hockenfuck. Sorry, Evan. Anyways, You know, honestly, I just want to say a quick little thing for you guys out there in the world. I just read this the other day. Actually, people who swear are healthier in this lifetime, so I just want you to know that. So if you come at me and say, I was turned off by all your swearing, I'm trying to live longer, you whores. Jesus. Anyways, with the 8th at Oliver, like I said. Now, Lions will probably fuck that up anyways, and he'll become a train wreck, but, you know, that's how life is in Detroit. With the 9th pick, the Buffalo Bills select their new number 1 wide receiver, A.J. Brown. That's right, guys. The guy who led them through a ton of shit there in Tennessee. A.J. Brown was a stud muffin this year, and he's going to be a star here in Buffalo here in the redraft. Number 10, his teammate, DK Metcalf. Now, when I was writing this earlier, for God's sakes, I don't know why I kept writing DJ Metcalf, and that's probably because AJ was above him. But these guys were freaking studs. They were the best receivers in the class, and they just happen to be coming from the same school, guys. DK going there to Denver. Oh, my God. I know a lot of people might think I'm stupid here. I know you might think I'm stupid, like, oh, they need a quarterback, though. Cortland Sutton and DK Metcalf, to me, just gave me a major boner, so I just had to put it on there. So you call me stupid all you want. That's what I wanted. Anyways, not in a gay way, though. Sorry. Number 11, we're going to keep it the same, guys. They're going to be thinking, like I said, this draft is all about thinking towards the future, what they think that they already have. So in this draft, the Bengals already know that they're going to be the number 1 pick next year. They will have Joe Burrow. They will do everything in their power to protect him. So they stay the same. They draft Jonah Williams. They're like, hey, this guy's going to rest up all season long, get rid of his injury. We'll have a starting left tackle to protect Joe Burrow next season long, and we'll be fine there. And then in the draft, they'll do whatever they can to protect him even more. So keep that the same. With the number 12 pick, the Green Bay Packers select not a fucking useless fuck like Roshan Gary, but they take Brian Burns. That's right. That's right, guys. Brian Burns, an actual good football player, unlike Roshan Gary, you fat piece of shit. Anyways, Brian Burns was a star there in Carolina. He got 7.5 sacks this year, and they honestly probably could have used that, especially in the NFC Championship game. But neither here nor there. Packers take Brian Burns. With the 13th pick, the Miami Dolphins select, knowing that they are probably going to try to go for Tua here in this draft, Chris Lindstrom, guard, ended up going to the Atlanta Falcons, who was, when he came back, was a star with Atlanta this year, and they think he can be an all-pro guard for sure. But they are going to do everything in their power to protect Tua when he gets there because, like I've said in past videos, when Tua fucking gets hit, he will die because that hip will snap like a freaking twig on fucking... I don't know, just a twig. I had something to go with that, but I don't know what the hell I was saying. What was I going to say? Wishbone. Wishbone out like a turkey. That's what his hip's going to be like. Anyways, with the 14th pick, Atlanta Falcons select, because Lindstrom's gone now, an edge rusher. That's right. The man, the myth, the legend. From my school, from my college, from Eastern Michigan, it's Maxx Crosby. That's right, you motherfuckers. It's Maxx Crosby. A 4th-round pick out of Oakland. Finally, John Gruden finally did something nice for once. Actually got Josh Jacobs too, so I'll give him a little credit. But anyways, Maxx Crosby was a star this year. They needed some edge rushing there in Atlanta, especially with all the guys that are going to be leaving, Vic Beasley, possibly Devontae Campbell. But now they got Maxx Crosby, guys. Who needs anything else? This guy had 10 sacks around the year. What a beast. Now they got him. With the 15th pick, the Washington Redskins select not Dwayne Haskins because that looked like a train wreck waiting to happen. They go this time with some upside. A guy that didn't do a ton this year for his rookie team, but some upside. Quinnen Williams, falling all the way from number 3 to 15. Kind of a drop, but at this point, Ron Rivera, a defensive-minded head coach, is coming in and he's like, hell yeah, I'll take Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams, now the defensive tackle there in Washington. I like what they could possibly do there. Maybe he can turn in Albert Haynes with and be another fat fuck in their long line of fat fucks. Anyways, with the 16th pick, they finally go with Oakland Raider that was selected 4th overall, Clelin Ferrell. Clelin Ferrell, guys. Carolina, they wanted Brian Burns. They didn't get it at this point. He went picks earlier, so they go with Ferrell this time, and I think they are okay at this point knowing how the draft goes with what they got. Clelin Ferrell didn't have a bad year, but, With the 17th pick, the New York Giants select Andre Dillard. That's right, guys. Andre Dillard. The man, the myth, the legend from the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think in another point, they just took him just so he wouldn't be able to be on Philadelphia. But they also need a tackle to protect them. Danny Dimes for next year. They want to get this offense better, running better than before. And that's their pick here. Now, I switched that around, guys. Garrett Bradbury will continue to be with the Minnesota Vikings, which is the 18th pick. I'm pretty sure they were happy with their pick here at center. They got a better O-line work for Dalvin Cook. And they're just going to keep it the same. They like what the pick they made here. 18. Number 19, we have a wide receiver on the board, guys. It's not A.J. Brown this time because he's already gone. Well, he was in the 2nd round also, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But, 19 pick, Marquise Hollywood Brown, guys. They're going to get themselves a blitzer down the line. not blitzer like defense, but, you know, like it's going to be flying down the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, they need a receiver. They know A.J. Brown is gone. They can't sneak him up in the second round like they did this last year. And they're going to get Hollywood Brown, and he's going to be a starter in Tennessee. Hopefully, with the 8 throws that Tannehill throws. Anyways, with the 20th pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't trade up this time. Didn't get Devin Bush. I'm glad they did. But in this redraft, they take Drew Lock because that would have helped a lot in the NFL season, especially with Ben going down. Possibly could have been the heir to the throne in Pittsburgh. But when Ben went down, we wouldn't have had absolute jack shit and basically 2 guys with fucking strokes for arms playing quarterback for the Steelers. Sorry, Duck. Sorry, Mason, but you guys fucking suck a dick. This time we get Drew Lock, an actual somewhat competent quarterback. He might have even been able to take us to the playoffs. Probably wouldn't have gone super far because Drew Lock was still young. Maybe gotten a playoff win or 2. But still, would have been much appreciated, that's for sure. Especially since we lost our first-round draft pick for Minka next year. But anyways, with the 21st pick, the Seattle Seahawks select a man that they won't be able to get now because they lost DK already with this redraft. They will select Deebo Samuel. They'll also be able to take him away from the San Francisco 49ers. They'll be very happy with the pick. They'll be like, hey, we didn't get DK, but we still get a solid wide receiver in Deebo. They'll take it. With the 22nd pick, the Baltimore Ravens. See, I fought on this one a lot. You guys can think I'm stupid if you want. They took a receiver in Hollywood Brown last year, and that was nice. They were able to open up the offense a little bit just because of his deep route running skills. But when I was watching the playoff game against the Tennessee Titans, they just, for the love of God, could not. They were getting yards. They were moving. They just could not stop Derrick Henry, and that was ended up being the thing. So I think in this redraft, they focus on trying to get a guy that can do their best to stop the run and do their best to fight him off. And so here I have them selecting Montez Sweat. He did pretty good on the year. He actually had 7 sacks, I believe is what I read. He was a good defensive player against the run. So would it help them beat the Tennessee Titans? I don't know. But in the redraft, knowing what's going on, I think they would have liked to have selected Montez Sweat, possibly given the ability to defeat Derrick Henry this time around. With the 23rd pick, the Houston Texans select Jawaan Taylor. Ended up going to the Jacksonville Jaguars in the second round, but this time they do not take Tyus Bowser because he's a piece of shit little shit. They take, like I said, Jawaan Taylor, who was actually pretty good this year for Jacksonville. Not amazing, but a tackle that they need, especially to protect Deshaun Watson. They ended up trading for Laramie Tunsil, but, maybe get those 2 tackles going. You got to finally protect Deshaun Watson because, let's face it, Houston needs to fucking fix their shit here real quick and get better because sooner or later you're going to fall out of Deshaun Watson's window. But anyways, with the 24th pick and their second pick, the Oakland Raiders select, also being able to take a guy away, an all-pro. This is the 3rd all-pro of the rookies. Not all-pro, Pro Bowler. Mecole Hardman, a wide receiver away from the Kansas City Chiefs, so they can't select him. But yes, they would definitely, especially knowing what they would know at this point, knowing that Antonio Brown is, let's say for all intents and purposes, lose his goddamn marbles, that's for sure. Knowing that he wouldn't even play a single game with them, they would take him here and get a solid wide receiver here in Mecole Hardman, and they would very much appreciate that, that's for sure. And just kind of take him away from Kansas City. With the 25th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles, another idea of taking a player away from another division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles select Terry McLaurin. With all the wide receiver problems that they had this season, all the injuries, they would very much have appreciated a wide receiver of his magnitude because he was very good in Washington, and you get to take him away from there and then put him on your team where Alshon Jeffrey died, freaking Nelson Aguilar was basically dead, and they were thrown in basically just tight ends by the end of the season. Now, with the 26th pick, the Indianapolis Colts select Darnell, Savage, to hook up there with Malik Hooker. That's right, guys. Get a nice safety package there. Get a pretty good defense. I know my friend Flynn would probably not be angry about that, but you'll see him next week because we're going to have a little talk about the Indianapolis Colts. But anyways, with the 27th pick and their 3rd pick in the first round, the Oakland Raiders are going to select Jeffery Simmons. Yes, he was tore his ACL last season, was out the first few weeks of the year this year. At this point, it's the 3rd pick, though. They're really just looking for upside, I believe. And the Oakland Raiders select Jeffery Simmons because he did very good at the end of the year, I think. And I think he was a good football player. And I think, honestly, John Gruden would be like, yeah, I'll take him. I'll take a good receiver. I'll take a middle linebacker to my team. And I'll take a freaking possible start. Because he was possibly talked about top 10 last year. But he fell because of his ACL injury. And I think John Gruden's happy with what he's got. With the 28th pick, the Los Angeles Chargers select Erik McCoy, center. Honestly, I don't think really anything was going to save them from the dumpster fire of a year that they had this year because Phillip Rivers is, for all intents and purposes, deceased. Because he's already moved to Florida. Anyways, yeah, they take Erik McCoy here, get that O-line working, probably getting ready the O-line for next season when they draft, let's say, Justin Herbert. Just a thought. Anyways, with the 29th pick, the Seattle Seahawks select Kaleb McGary, another solid O-lineman pick by the Atlanta Falcons, but he will be on Seattle this time around. And just kind of give Russell Wilson a little more time to run around. We all know who Russell is. He's just going to run around and be a little jackrabbit all over the place, throwing passes. But for the time being, they'll probably give him, probably an extra 0.5 extra second of being able to just stand still for just a quick second. With the 30th pick, their second pick in the first round, the Green Bay Packers will select Juan Thornhill, an excellent safety from the Kansas City Chiefs, and they'll be very, very, very happy to have him. He was a stud this year until he got hurt, and I think the Green Bay Packers would just be very, very happy. They didn't get Darnell Savage in this redraft, so take another amazing safety in Juan Thornhill, and they're going to like what they got. With the 31st pick, the Los Angeles Rams select Cody Ford, tackle from Oklahoma. Basically, this team kind of fell apart this year. We have really no idea what's going on, but their O-line is getting old. They're all basically dying, and they need some help, guys. So they take Cody Ford with the 31st pick there, get a little help for Jared Goff. And finally, with the 32nd pick, final pick in the first round, the New England Patriots do their best to replace Rob Gronkowski with Noah Fant. That's right, guys, Noah Fant, not TJ Hawkins, because that piece of shit fucked us over. Fuck you, fucking piece of shit, Lions. But anyways, Noah Fant, trying to do his best impression of Rob Gronkowski, maybe even a little Aaron Hernandez, minus the murder. Sorry, just watched the documentary. I've been a little transfixed by it. Anyways, trying to do his best impression of being the next New England Patriots tight end, because I did not recognize a single guy on their team this year that was a tight end. And finally, a little sneaker pick, because I just couldn't help but not put him on here because I'm a Steelers fan. With the 33rd pick, first pick in the second round, the Arizona Cardinals select Dionte Johnson. That's right, guys, an all-pro. A fucking all-pro in the punt returning game this year. There we go. They'll have Kyler Murray be able to throw Dionte Johnson. What? Not a better combination out there. All right, guys. That is my redraft for 2019. Hopefully, we can do another one here real soon. Maybe 2018, 2017. Maybe in the comments, put down a year that you would prefer, and I'll do my best because this is fucking fun to actually go through. But, guys, that is my 2019 NFL redraft, and we'll see you next video.